Jonathan Smith speaking to you today, and here to bring you a little hockey talk before the playoffs begin. We have quite a bit of news going on, but before I get into this hockey talk, I would also like to throw out there for any team who doesn't make the playoffs this year. We'd always like it to be a team who doesn't make the playoffs to keep people involved. If you'd like, once the playoffs, right before the playoffs start, if you'd like to rate the predictions for the first round and then continuing rounds after that, I mean, that'd be greatly appreciated. We always like it, the articles, as they bring a lot of flavor to the league. So, teams that are starting to get eliminated here in the last couple days, we'll open up for the volunteers. Just shoot me or Brian an email, and hopefully we have a lot to pick from, and just, add a little bit more to the playoffs this year. But anyway, let's get into what the playoffs could look like. We are starting to get more and more teams clinching every day. Yesterday, the Edmonton Oilers, the magical Edmonton Oilers, clinched their playoff berth and are currently sitting in second place in the Western Conference after a huge 2 wins today. They jumped the LA Kings and are looking to lock down second place in the West and try to avoid the two top teams in the West currently, which are the St. Louis Blues, who are looking to get back to the finals, and the Columbus Blue Jackets, who are right on the Blues' heels. Both those teams right now, if everything would fall in place and everybody would win the top seeds, they'd play each other in the second round, which could be a great matchup if those two division rivals would battle. But anyway, the Oilers, they're just trying to lock down second or third. They haven't clinched the division yet with the Avalanche still back, but they got 5 points in hand now, so the Oilers are looking pretty good in winning the Northwest Division, making their first playoffs in 7 seasons. Also in the West, Blackhawks, they have fallen on a little tough ground since we gave them the magic number, but their magic number has dropped now. They need 3 points total, as if they would tie. I don't know who exactly wins the final tiebreaker between the Canucks and the Blackhawks, as they both have the same amount of regulation wins. But if the Blackhawks can get a managed 3 points or the Canucks lose 3 points, Blackhawks will make their first postseason appearance, and they're hoping not to finish 8th. And actually, they still have a chance at 5th place, so we'll see what happens. Unfortunately for the Blackhawks, they won't get home ice for their fans, but hey, they make their first ever postseason. That'd be great for the people in Chicago. Another team that's looking pretty good right now, but though they still got some work to do, is the Florida Panthers. They are looking also to make their first postseason appearance. And the Panthers sit with 90 points and sit in 7th place currently in the Eastern Conference. Their magic number is 3 points as well. The Capitals are hot on their heels, though the Panthers do have a game in hand on the Caps, so they can go a long way in shoring up a playoff berth with a win. The Caps, obviously, are another team that nobody thought would be here towards the end of the season this season, but hey, they're throwing in a surprise. While teams like the Maple Leafs, they floundered this year after a hot start, and that actually looked like they would be a good playoff team, but they fell off, and now the Maple Leafs are looking like after tomorrow they'll probably be eliminated from playoff contention, though they still have a little bit of a mathematical shot to make it. A lot of things would have to fall in place, but we saw what happened last year to the Devils. Anything can happen in the SCHL, so we got to pay attention until that last game of the season. The Flyers, another team, after last year's disappointment, they're right now hanging on, and they had a big win today that right now puts them in the playoffs, and they're also trying to fend off those feisty Caps. So we'll see. Anyway, the Islanders, defending champs, where are they at again? Number 1 in the East, and today they clinched the Atlantic Division. Congratulations to George. The Oilers are looking like they're going to probably hold down the first seed in the Eastern Conference for sure after clinching the division. Really, the only team that has a shot at them is Buffalo, and it's a very small shot at catching the Islanders. So congratulations to New York for clinching home ice advantage, at least through the Eastern Conference, and currently have the President's Trophy in their laps. So we'll see if they can hold on to that for a second straight year, and we'll see if they can get back to the Copus Cup Finals. There will be a very intriguing matchup that it's basically guaranteed here in the first round, and that's going to be in the Eastern Conference. It's going to be between the New Jersey Devils, my team, and GM Brian Copus' team, the Ottawa Senators. Right now, it's looking like that's going to be a for sure 4-5 matchup, or unless Ottawa wins out and Buffalo loses out, or Montreal wins out and Ottawa loses out, then we could have a little bit of a change. But that matchup's looking like almost a lock. which is a big rivalry. So that'll be fun to watch in the first round. In the West, there's really no matchups that are locked so far, as it's a fluid situation. From 9 up to 5, you can be in the playoffs right now and be out by the end of the season. So, I mean, we have to keep our eyes on that the rest of the season. It'll be fun to watch. And in the East, there's a couple teams that are probably going to get eliminated, like the Leafs and the Penguins and the Lightning. They're all on the verge of being eliminated here in the next couple of days unless they win out and hope to get some help from other teams in the league. But, I mean, they put the pressure on themselves by, the Lightning and Penguins did by giving up the slow starts and then trying to make up for it in the second half of the season. It's just really tough. That's why they say the beginning part of the games are very important. But anyway, basically that's what we kind of bring you today. Good luck to everybody who's trying to make the playoffs for the rest of the season, and good luck to the teams once they get in the playoffs. I'll try to get you a hockey talk maybe halfway through the playoffs, depending on obviously a lot of things. But they're always fun to bring you guys, and email me the articles whenever you get not articles, but email me your thing. And even if we get a couple, I mean, it's always good to get a couple different opinions on the playoffs. So maybe we'll have a couple people write articles if we get a couple people that put in for volunteering. Obviously, you get SCHL money for it, and a couple teams could use some money, so keep that in mind when we're bringing it. Sean's articles all season were honestly really, really well, and they brought a little flavor and always added some excitement to look at for the quarter points of the season. So as we near the end of the fourth quarter and the end of the regular season for season 15, this is your commissioner saying good night and see you next time.